Our fifth wedding anniversary was supposed to be a night of love and celebration. I planned everything: candles, dinner, and a surprise trip. But as I walked into our home earlier than expected, carrying flowers, I heard laughter upstairs. Taras. First I thought she was on the phone. Then I heard another voice, my brother's. My stomach twisted as I climbed the stairs. When I opened the bedroom door, my entire world shattered. My wife and my brother were together, in the very bed we once called ours. The betrayal cut deeper than anything I had ever felt. My wife scrambled for excuses. My brother tried to justify himself. But I heard nothing, just silence in my soul. This wasn't a random stranger. This was my brother, my blood. And she chose him on the night meant to celebrate our marriage. I dropped the flowers on the floor and walked out. Their voices followed me, pleading, panicked. But I was numb. The people I trusted most had destroyed me in a single moment. I didn't scream, didn't fight, didn't even cry. At least not then. Instead, I went cold. That night, while they probably thought I'd calm down, I called a lawyer. Our marriage certificate was still warm from being framed in our house, but I wanted it torn apart. Divorce papers were drafted quickly, backed with undeniable proof of her infidelity. My wife had no defense. My brother avoided me, too ashamed to face what he'd done. Good. I wasn't finished with either of them. My revenge started quietly. My wife thought I'd break, that I'd cling to her despite her betrayal. Instead, I froze our joint accounts, secured all my assets, and made sure she'd leave with nothing but regret. She begged, cried, and even accused me of being too harsh. But I didn't budge. Loyalty once broken cannot be repaired. Her betrayal wasn't just a mistake. It was a choice she made, and I was making mine. Divorce was only step one. Then came my brother. The shame of what he'd done spread quickly through the family once I exposed the truth. Gatherings turned cold for him, relatives avoided his presence, and the respect he once enjoyed vanished overnight. I didn't even have to lift a finger. His reputation rotted on its own. But I wasn't finished. He had a small business, one I had once invested in heavily. Quietly, I pulled my financial support, leaving him scrambling for survival. His betrayal came with a price tag, and he was paying it. My wife signed the divorce papers soon after. She left crying, begging for just one more chance. But the image of her with my brother haunted me too deeply. Love had died the moment I opened that door. She walked away with no house, no car, and no money. For her, it was the end of stability. For me, it was the beginning of peace. And as much as it hurt, I found satisfaction in watching the walls of her lies collapse around her. At night, the sadness hit hardest. I replayed the moment in my head, flowers slipping from my hand, laughter upstairs, and the gut-punch realization that my own blood betrayed me. I cried alone, not because I wanted her back, but because I mourned the life I thought I had. Anniversary nights should be filled with love, not betrayal. And mine had turned into the darkest memory of my life, but grief slowly hardened into resolve. Friends told me I was better off without her, but it didn't erase the pain. So, I turned that pain into power. I threw myself into work, into self-growth, into building a life where betrayal couldn't touch me again. I rebuilt myself brick by brick, while she and my brother stumbled in the ruins of their choices. They thought they destroyed me, but really they set me free. Revenge wasn't about destroying them. It was about showing I could rise higher than they ever imagined. Months later, I ran into her by accident. She looked broken, tired, and empty. She asked if I hated her. I told her the truth. I don't hate you. Hate means I still care. You're nothing to me now. The silence that followed was louder than any scream. She realized my revenge wasn't just financial or social. It was emotional. She no longer had power over me. My brother avoided me still, living quietly in the shadow of his disgrace. Both of them had lost everything. Now, when I think of that anniversary, I don't just think of betrayal, I think of rebirth. I was betrayed by the two people I loved most, but instead of drowning, I burned their lies to ashes and rebuilt myself stronger. My revenge wasn't just about taking everything from them, it was about proving that loyalty has value, and betrayal has consequences. I divorced her, destroyed the illusions, and walked away a better man. And in that, I found the ultimate revenge, living well while they lived in regret.